we are now needing to recondition ourselves to trust spirit, to trust the universe, to trust ourselves, to trust our lives, to trust the flow. And it's really hard after 30 or 40 years of being conditioned not to. It's really hard. So give yourself a lot of credit, because that's really hard to reteach yourself. I will say I'm a real evangelist for guided meditations and self-hypnosis recordings, because those have worked wonders and actually helped to bring me to this place of being able to hear all this, because it literally re-brainwashes you. So my brain was wired for anxiety and to look for the scary stuff, and those help to help my brain rewire to go, oh no, good things are happening. Only good things are coming my way. If something's hard, it's also here to help me. So guided meditations you might find on YouTube for receiving abundance. Guided meditations for even hearing your spirit guides are out there. Also self-hypnosis for anything from, reducing anxiety to sleeping better, anything like that. It all has the same message, which is just telling your brain everything's okay, you're safe to receive, and you are supported. And that's really the main message that our brains have to get here. And once our brains are mostly thinking that, you will be hearing your messages just so much more clearly and so much more, because like we said, they're there all the time. Our brains are just in there being a hockey goalie for a lot of it. You think about yourself as a child, and you saw only these two human beings, maybe one human being's reality. That's it. And then everything that they told you you were, and that's it. And that's your reality. And your entire sense of self and the world was formed then, because those are very formative years. In those first 4 or 5 or 6 years, you went ahead and were programmed with, this is what the world is, and this is what my reality is, and this is who I am. And then what we do for the next few decades is we find and cherry pick experiences and attract them in that both confirm that reality and bring our attention to the wounds of that reality. So we're basically, before this point of awareness, a magnet for, and forgive me, Spirit's taken me a little more into another territory, but we'll get back to signs and synchronicities. We're a magnet up to this point for the wounds. Our wounded self, are the wounds of our heart, are attracting in the things that confirm those wounds and the things that will help bring attention to the wounds so they can be healed and released. Okay. And then at this point of awareness, when we come into being able to see it, and spirit begins to, not begins because spirit's always doing it, we begin to hear spirit more fully, then we can start attracting in experiences from the healedness. Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you, Spirit. So when I said that, the whole spirit team of everybody just went, yes, with the energy, and it felt so good. So now we can all set the intention as a group. You can set the intention individually, or you can do it later. I am attracting everything in now from this magnet of healedness within my heart. Doesn't mean you're finished healing. Doesn't mean you're finished with the wounds, but your magnet is, even if it's only 10% of your heart, it's the healed part. And that healed, thank you, Spirit. That healed place in your heart is 1,000,000 times more powerful than all of those wounds. So let's say before your heart was 80% wounded and you were drawing in everything from those 80% wounds. And now you shifted and maybe you healed like 5% of that. And now 25% of your heart is healedness. That magnet is infinitely more powerful. So embracing that, knowing I am now attracting in only those experiences that are drawn in from my healedness and reflect that healedness. That is how you can help your brain remember that history is not going to repeat, that you're not going to re-experience the same old pain and wounds you've already re-experienced again and again and again. That is the turning point.